All right, well, now to our GMA cover story. The NCAA announcing a new policy regarding transgender athletes, charging each sport with determining eligibility requirements. Kaylee Hartung has that story.
This morning, the NCAA facing criticism after adopting new rules for transgender athletes. The updated guidelines punting the question of their eligibility to each sport's governing body. The NCAA releasing a statement saying it voted for a sport-by-sport approach that balances fairness, inclusion, and safety for all who compete. Trans college athletes will now be required to document sport-specific testosterone levels before their championship selections. If a sport doesn't have a policy or a governing body, then they apply the Sports International Federation's rules. If no federation exists, then they follow their International Olympic Committee's policy. The head of the NCAA panel also releasing a statement saying we are steadfast in our support of transgender student athletes and the fostering of fairness across college sports. Chris Mosier, the first openly transgender athlete on Team USA, competing in the sprint duathlon, is among the disappointed critics of the updated guidelines, saying the NCAA missed an opportunity to stand up for trans athletes' rights.
It's going to be difficult for both the NCAA to manage compliance with these rules, to figure out what they need to do to be in compliance with these rules. I'm really worried about the transgender and non-binary young people who are seeing this policy, who are wondering if it's possible for them to be their authentic selves and continue to play the sports that they love.
This comes as roughly 280 anti-LGBTQ+ bills have been proposed in state legislatures, targeting transgender youth access to sports and health care. But the debate over collegiate transgender athletes was largely sparked by trans swimmer Lia Thomas. Thomas smashing records this year on the University of Pennsylvania's women's team after competing on the men's team the previous 3 years.
I have to readjust my goals, struggling to be anywhere close to where I was.
Penn Athletics supporting Thomas, saying we will work with the NCAA regarding her participation under the newly adopted standards. Prominent voices weighing in on the controversy, attacking it from a different angle. Caitlyn Jenner condemning the NCAA and trans inclusion on Fox News.
Number one, biological boys, I've said from the beginning, should not be playing in women's sports. We need to protect women's sports.
And swimming legend Michael Phelps on CNN.
I believe that we all should feel comfortable with who we are in our own skin. But I think sports should all be played at an even playing field.
Kaylee Hartung, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And our thanks to Kaylee for that report.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.